I guess one of the things that I've been pondering lately is the drop in World of Warcraft subscriptions.
Oh yes, that was the other story.
Oh yeah, it was. And
World of Warcraft has lost. Last I saw, it said 600,000.
Yeah, it's almost a million. It's like I think it's 600,000, 700,000, something like that. But that's a lot. I mean, I know there's still like 11 point whatever million people playing, but it doesn't change the fact that 600 to 700,000 people is a lot of people.
Yeah,
it's a ton.
Here's why I think people have left. At least a good chunk of them. So many people joined during Lich King.
Yeah.
Lich King, any of us that have played since before Lich King know that before Lich King was harder to play. You know, it actually took more thought. It wasn't, let's burn through this instance in 5 minutes. And
right.
Because, I mean, we were running stuff. I'd tank it in DPS gear, and Caleb could heal it in DPS gear. We'd have 5 DPS running. We could run in heroics with 3 DPS.
Right.
And take them all out, no problem. And, you know, so I came in at the end of BC. And I got in just in time to get a quick taste of BC, and then Lich King dropped. With Lich King, it was so much easier, and so many more people joined. Now, when Cataclysm came out, they brought back that harder, more difficult feel to it that made people think, made people have to use CC, things like that.
Yeah.
And so many people were like, oh, it's too hard.
Actually, another thing that they're changing in the game, too, because they decided that it was too hard.
Which I disagree with.
They are making it so that any type of CC, basically, if you use it on something, it will not aggro onto you after it goes away, and it will not cause another mob that's padding past it to aggro onto you. It just is that.
And that right now, my WoW subscription has been canceled for 2 months, and it was canceled because I just didn't have the money to do it, and I didn't really care because I didn't have time to play.
Right.
Now, I have a little bit of time to play. I really don't have the money to play, but I really don't want to because of that fact that they're making things so much easier again.
Right.
And granted, some of it's still fairly difficult. Like the newest stuff I hear, like if you don't have top end gear, yeah, it's going to be hard. But the whole idea of them trying to dumb it down, that irritates me.
Right. And if they were going to dumb it down, I mean, okay, fine, dumb it down. But if you're going to dumb it down, at least make enough content so that people can keep busy throughout while they're waiting. Cause
that was a big deal.
With Lich King, it was like, okay, we cleared everything, and now we're going to have to wait like 4 months before
we've done Oldham on hard mode 9 times.
And you would go for those months of time.
Did I say Oldham?
I think so, yeah.
I meant Aldwar. See, I'm still stuck in cat.
But if you're clearing all that stuff and like there's months at a time where they don't release anything.
Oh yeah.
Like nothing.
Cataclysm came out, was it December 9th or November 9th or 10th?
I think it was in December.
Was it December 10th?
Was it? I don't know.
Something like that. It was like December 10th or something like that. And the patch came out 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Something like that?
And all it was 2 instances that already existed, and they just changed it.
Yeah, they just revamped a couple old ones. And granted, they're pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, but now here's another thought you gotta think in addition to that. Rift came out a month ago.
I just spilled water on myself.
Since their release a month ago, they have made 3 new raids. No, 2 new raids and 3 Rift raids. Why is this small development company able to make more content than Blizzard in
They probably had
time?
They probably had most of that in the works.
Even if they had it all in the works, why is Blizzard not having that in the works then? They have way more money.
That's true. I don't know. Rift looks interesting. There was actually an article about Rift in Game Informer last month that was pretty interesting. It kind of came off like they were just bashing on WoW, but I don't know. It made me want to actually try Rift. Reading that article.
Not gonna lie, Rift it's very much like WoW. Like it is, you play it and you feel World of Warcraft in there. The thing is, it improves on little things.
Like from what I understand from the article, the way the article was talking was that it's a lot more, like I haven't tried Rift yet, but the article made it sound like Rift incorporates a lot more player and player grouping. Whereas with WoW, if you're one of those people that you don't like socializing, you can go off and quest on your own and do your own thing and be alone. In Rift, you can't do that.
Well, you can. You still can quest on your own if you want,
but your quest givers are all going to get killed unless you work together to stop the invasions.
Right. That's true.
So in essence, you don't really have a choice. You're either going to get all your stuff killed, or you can pray that other people are going to do your job for you and kill off the invasions. But at that rate, how are you having any fun playing if you're just really sitting there letting other people play the game for you?
Right. It's very true. It is a team-based game. Right now, there's kind of
the spec system looks interesting too. Specialization and talent system.
Oh yeah.
And how you have the subclasses and stuff.
It's great because, like in WoW, if you wanted to try a different class, you had no choice. You start off at level 1 and you go all the way to 85. And with Rift, that's still kind of the case, but not really, because they have only 4 different classes: Mage, Rogue, Warrior, and Cleric. And with each of those 4 are 8 souls, they're called. Souls are basically talent trees. And however many points you put in a certain tree, you unlock more skills, and you can customize it any way you want. So, like, let's say you're a mage and you're playing a pyromancer, which would be like a fire mage, and you got bored of it. You could just respec to a necromancer, and you'd have all new spells, all new abilities, and you wouldn't have to re-level.
Yeah, and I heard they're a lot more balanced, too.
They are pretty balanced. I haven't played, like, level 50 PvP, so I don't know how balanced it is, but I think it's pretty balanced.
Oh, TechCrunch.com. Have you...
No, I've never heard of it.
Really?
Really?
It's like a news website for tech stuff, but now if you want to comment on their system, on their website, you have to have a Facebook account. And a lot of websites are starting to switch to this format because basically the way it is you have to be logged into your Facebook in order to do it. And instead of posting, like normally I could post as Toxic Hazard and be anonymous. Although if you search Toxic Hazard, you're going to find my name plastered all over the internet. But, you could put any name in usually on a website and post and comment and troll and things like that.
Right.
What they're doing is making it so that you have to have a Facebook, you have to be logged into your Facebook in order to comment, which really has done away with a lot of the trolling because everybody that's commenting, basically it says, hey, this person from this place, this is your real name, this is who you are, and you're posting a comment. So people are being a lot more honest in their comments.
Right.
They're being a lot less douchey in their comments, things like that. And it seems to be actually improving their community base.
Yeah, I can see where that would work. Actually, bringing on the subject of Facebook, it made me think of something in the car. I was thinking, why don't they let Facebook be an official form of identification? Like, I mean, it sounds silly, but honestly, how can you fake that many years of pictures and all that information? Like, honestly.
Well, if you know programming, you can make it.
Well, yeah, but you'd have to be really dedicated to that.
That's true. You have to be a really good liar and really dedicated to your lies.
You have to, change your appearance, too.
No. You can Photoshop other people's photos to put your face in it.
The only thing missing from a Facebook profile, anyways, is like your social security number.
Yeah, don't worry, they'll get that eventually.
Eventually.
But well, the thing with TechCrunch, the thing I don't like about this whole idea
Yeah.
is you have to have a Facebook. There are people that don't have Facebooks.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I short of my 10-year-old sister, my mom, who's computer illiterate completely, she doesn't even know how to turn one on, and like my parents, pretty much in general. Yeah, even my grandma has a Facebook.
A lot of people have Facebook.
But I think we should wrap this up.
Probably.
Because we're definitely going on like a half hour, and this is going to be split into 2 parts, which I probably should have mentioned at the very beginning.
But we didn't.
But we didn't. So
surprise.
So guess whose fault that is?
Yours.
Because I'm not taking any blame after last week's episode.
He's had enough blame.
Yes. So, yeah. Until next week, I am Toxic Hazard Rob.
And I'm Brian Crazy.
And I said mine backwards, but you know what? I just woke up a little while ago. So until next week, peace.
Bye. That's that.
And that's that.